If you're currently dropshipping and have a hard time testing and finding winning products, this video is exactly for you. Now, before I go ahead and get started, let me just go ahead and say that I'm going to be doing something really cool. One of my goals for this year has been to be extra philanthropic. And for every like that I get on this particular video and every comment within a 24-hour time period, I'm donating $1. So I'm matching $1 for every single like and every single comment. So and the comments have to be unique for the record. If there's 300 unique comments and 1,000 likes, then I'm donating $1,300. It's going to be to a dog charity because I'm really passionate about animals. I love animals. So, maybe you can help out, give a like and a comment as well, and we all give back at one time. It's coming from the Dan fam. So thank you for everybody who participates. You guys are awesome and I love you all. However, do you feel like an idiot every single time you run an ad and it fails miserably? Are you tired of spending cash like it falls off of trees? Maybe you're done funding the Lizard King himself and giving to the charity known as Facebook. And if that sounds like you, and you're having a hard time going out there and making some sales with your dropshipping products, this is the video for you. Now, before I dive into the actual technicalities, let's talk about break-even ROAS. So break-even return on ad spend, because when you go out there and you advertise and you see in Facebook, it might say 1.0 for your ROAS. It's not necessarily the exact number. As a matter of fact, to actually calculate your correct ROAS, what you need to do is you need to take the sale price and you need to divide it by the profit margin. So let's just say that your sale price on your store is $50 for a particular product. And if your profit margin on that is $35, you're gonna go ahead and divide 50 by 35, and that's your actual ROAS. So if it's like 1.5, again, I don't know the number off the top of my head because I didn't do it, but let's just theoretically say it's 1.5. That's the number that your actual break even is at. So anything over that number, you're profitable. So again, you need to know your break-even ROAS from the very, very start, because that'll truly determine whether or not you're able to see with your metrics that you get back if you can be or you are profitable. So now let's also talk about some key metrics that you want to know about. So first thing is first, you have Cpuc, so cost per unique link click. So here's the thing, inside of Facebook, you actually have the ability to take a look at cost per click, cost per link click, and all this different type of cost per clicks. You actually want to take a look at your Cpucs, so your cost per unique link click. And what's really important about that is you want to keep it under $1. So if it's over $1, it's not necessarily a good campaign, but there is a way around this where it could be a good campaign. The other metric we want to look at is a CPM. Now, anything below $12 to $14 is really, really good, but anything over that $14 mark, it's kind of a red flag. It'll tell me that either it's not a right product to audience fit or the product itself just isn't going to garner any type of traction. So it's definitely something that I take a look at after the campaign runs for roughly 24 to 48 hours, depending on how much money I start off with, which I'll cover in just a few minutes. But essentially, I take a look at the Cpucs as well as the CPMs. However, ROI is king. So the return on investment will determine everything. So if your Cpucs are like $10 and your CPMs are $100, yet you're still profitable, you can't argue with an ROI, right? You can't argue with the fact that you're profitable. However, if you're making a really big profit margin or a decent profit margin off of a $10 cost per unique link click as well as a $100 CPM, you should call me. I will definitely invest because that is incredible. There's just no amount of money that you can ever take a loss on unless, again, it's just absolutely incredible if you're actually pulling those numbers. But again, the numbers that I look for is $1 or less for my unique link clicks. And I also like to look for roughly $12 to $14 for my CPM. Those are the bases that I look at, but of course, ROI will trump everything. Now, here's a rule of thumb for beginners when you're going out there and wondering how much money should you actually spend on testing each and every product. Well, the way that I look at it is I like to test audiences. So if I go out there and do a interest-based targeting on an ad set, I'll go ahead and multiply it by 3. So my profit multiplied by 3 is how much I'm willing to spend to test. So if I'm selling, again, a product at $50 and my profit margin is 30, I'm gonna go ahead and multiply the $30 profit by 3, and that's how much I wanna go ahead and use to test if I can go ahead and generate some sales. So $90 total is what I would spend. Now, rule of thumb is you can use anywhere from 2.3 all the way to 3.0. So that means your product price times 2.3 all the way to 3.0. And the metrics on how I determine which one I use is based on how much money I'm willing to spend on that particular product. So if I have a budget allocated, and this is something that nobody really talks about, but I think it's really important, is every single product you should allocate a budget. So let's just say you're testing 10 different products and you only have $5,000 to test. Well, if you go ahead and divide the $5,000 with the 10 products you have, that allocates $500 to each and every product. But some people might spend $3,000 on one product and then $100 on every other product, and it doesn't even, it doesn't give you a fair and even playing field to find the correct product that will potentially make you a lot of money. So essentially, you need to budget correctly, and when you're going out there and figuring out how much money you should spend per ad set, I like to multiply roughly by 3. So whatever my profit is times 3, that's what I'll spend. Next, what I want to do is help you determine what your product should be priced at. Now, when it comes down to product pricing, there's a few key metrics that we should look at and a few rule of thumbs that we should take into account. So let me hop into my computer and I want to discuss exactly what I would do, giving you an example of a few products and how to cross-reference what I would sell that particular product for on my site. So again, let me hop into my computer and I'll see you there. So I want to give you an example of this because this is where a lot of people go wrong. A lot of people, they'll just go and randomly price a product that they think it should be selling at. And unfortunately, what you think and what actually works are two different things. So here's a dog leash that I found on AliExpress, and I have the same one on Amazon right up here. And I'm going to show you back to back. And one thing that we have to take a look at is the prices. Now, why are we taking a look at the prices here? Well, it's important because of the fact that Amazon is all about what? It's all about convenience. So what makes you better than Amazon? Because the question that everybody asks is, Dan, what stops somebody from going and getting this for cheaper on Amazon? Well, it's because we're going to be cheaper than Amazon, but it needs to make sense, right? So this one is $4.95 on AliExpress, and on Amazon it's $9.89. And it's Prime. So here's the thing about a particular leash like this. Number one, I wouldn't be selling this because there's not enough margin in order for me to advertise and be able to be profitable still. So rule of thumb here is I always want to go for 3x profit. So whatever this is, I sell it for 3x and then obviously add in the price, but it doesn't justify it with this particular product. It's not a $20 leash here, right? Could it be sold for $10? Yeah, it actually is being sold for $10. However, what do you do here since people can get it for cheaper on Amazon? Well, you'd undercut Amazon. You'd go $8.89. And it's pretty much the same thing, and you have a very small wiggle room to profit here. But this is exactly an example, not one that I would suggest you use. You want to undercut Amazon. Now, you see right over here, blue glove for cats, dogs, etc. So it basically, it gets the hair off or the fur, and it just collects it all, right? So it's $1.93. So if we take our 3x rule, could this be sold at $8 or more? Could this be sold at $8 or more? Is this product worth $8 or more? Yes, it is. And can I find this on Amazon? Yes, I can, right over here. Now, what are they selling for on Amazon? So right over here, we have one for $13. We have one for $7. This one's $11. So let's just take best sellers. We could see right over here, $21.18, and this one's $13. So here we go. This is a particular set, and we could do the same thing here, right? So we can go ahead and grab these particular items and undercut Amazon here. So it would be, let's just say, $11.86 or $12 flat. It's cheaper because here's the thing. At the end of the day, people value their money or they value their money more than they do in regards to time for a lot of people. The masses regard their money as a higher priority than their time. So that's, first top level of mind thought process. So people like us, you and I, we value our time more than we value money per se, because we realize that we can get more money, we can't get more time. However, when we're selling products to the general public, just to everybody, they have a more contradictory mindset than we do. So Again, being able to undercut, they're going to go ahead and purchase from you because you're cheaper. And if you have a one product store, you'll be able to own that category in the user's mind as well. So if you're dogglove.com and you're selling this for $12, guess what? You're going to be getting a lot of sales here because you own the category, you own the brand name in the particular category, and it's cheaper than Amazon, so people are willing to purchase from you. So that's what I wanted to show you here in regards to doing research and what you should be pricing your products at, because product pricing is very, very, very important. It's a very crucial fact to being able to make sales or not. If you're still having a hard time figuring out exactly what product to go after, I suggest watching this video right over here, where we'll go ahead and show you one product dropshipping and how to find products for a one product dropshipping store, which is the easiest way to make 6 figures rather rapidly. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you're subscribed with notifications, and I'll see you tomorrow.